That takes some serious talent.
Be fun.
Yeah.
Sad face. Who pops on Scar?
I don't know. That's
It's awful. I can't watch The Lion King. I can't watch like the first like 10 minutes of The Lion King. Cause Mufasa dies and I bawl like a baby. I've been bawling like a baby since I was like 6 at that movie.
I mean, just about a big cry. The only movie that made me cry out loud was Toy Story 3.
not Toy Story 1 and 2.
It's not anything sad about it. Toy Story 3, like, they're all gonna get incinerated. And I'm just like, oh my god.
Testing, 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 testing.
That was like,
At least 30 seconds.
it's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen.
Testing, testing, testing. More testing.
Oh my god, it's so exciting.
We love testing. Testing is fun.
Wait, they're trying to tell us that
They just stuck doing a project.
Vin Diesel wants to make Kate
I was
faster.
surprised how well he actually acted.
Are you the only one talking?
Almost time. Finally, getting both.
I
I
thought
don't
they were
think
supposed to have.
we
I
need
thought they were supposed to have eight.
I think they originally planned for 8, but then it died.
Was reserved?
No. I really don't know.
Like why they're
The first one was like, and then they're like, okay, the second same fans are only.
I'm always
We're essentially tying it in now.
I'm
like every trailer they're like they say that line of like we're going back to drifting again. Or we're gonna have to drift again. So they say it in every trailer for every movie. Just like, what happened the last time? Is that the last time?
That's fine. That's a good action. Looking around the train. Did you not see that scene? Watch that. That's badass.
No, I just forget what you said. Yeah, so
If you're out there already watching, we're going to be starting probably about 15 minutes. Leaving the stream on just for testing purposes, make sure nothing goes wrong, but 15 minutes till the actual start.
said that you wanted the voice actor grandpa.
Did want the voice actor grandpa.
In our game, we have super old.
So like, how does the time work with
I see that there's a number of people already in the chat channel for it on the internet, on the YouTubes. And so if you're already up there and you're going to hear this actually with a little bit of a lag from when it's actually happening due to the nature of streaming, but actually if some of you could throw in some comments about how well this audio is coming through, that would be great. Thanks.
It's sounding a little sharp on the stream. I just heard it.
I mean, as long as it's clear.
You can pretty much hear everything.
I would just have a side-scrolling, kind of flowy sort of Oh yeah, yeah, we can.
We're still 10 minutes away from actually starting, but everything seems to be working fine, so I can just entertain you, right? Actually, what I am going to do is give you some instructions, because presumably there are some of you out in the audience who might win some awards. It's been known to happen at these events. So if you do win an award, the way we'll go through it, for all the awards that were thrown up there, there's going to be a third place, a second place, and a first place. So we can't have all the thirds and seconds come up. That would take too much. But when you get a first place in a category, that's when you come up. Now, we're not handing out any physical awards here. You'll get actual certificates and things, later once we get that all sorted out. But I do want you to come up here, besides, you want to shake my hand? Fine, sure, that's great. But also, I can hand you the mic and say a few words to the audience if you want. And you don't have to. If you just want to come up and get congratulations, that's fine too. Once you do that, though, unlike when you were doing in the showcase, you're not going to just exit out there, because some of you might win multiple awards. That's been known to happen too. And so because of that, just once you come up, just come on back down. If you're going back to your seat over there, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Do try and come down this aisle, though. Don't go around this side, just because we have to worry about the setup over here. Any of you who are watching on the internet have no idea what I'm talking about with this, but there's things off camera that you cannot see. So when you come up and do that, that's how that's going to go. If you get called for the awards, not that you have to come up here if you're on that team, but the whole team can come up. Don't mind if it's a crowd. This is a fairly casual affair. You don't have to worry about messing anything up or going over time or anything. If you do want to say a few words or have a spokesman that does it, I'll hand off the microphone to you. If you've done any of the speaking for it before, you know how this works. But do remember that the microphone does need to be up fairly close. Doesn't have to be this close, but fairly close. Otherwise, people won't be able to hear you. But don't worry if it cuts out some. That'll be fine. If you're worried about where you're standing, we'll have stuff up on the slides, but it's okay if you block it some. It's mainly just a placeholder so you know what award we're giving out, who's the team that's on it, stuff like that. Let's see, other things. If you have a whole team up and you really want to be on camera, there's a blue mark here that shows the edge of the camera, and a blue mark there that shows the edge of the camera. Not as big a deal. Here you can just usually come up in the middle and you'll be fine. But now there is one exception to the second and third place thing of only the first place is coming up and actually getting congratulated, saying a few words and all that, which is the grand prize at the end. There, third place, second place, and first place all come up.
Do you want them to stay up?
No, not permanently, no. It's much more fun if a team wins a bunch of awards to keep having to go sit back down and then come back up again. Yeah, we figure that, teams should be okay with that. now at about 5 minutes to go. Let's count down in seconds. 300, 299, 298, 297, 296, 295. I got my pacing wrong. That's gonna not work.
Hi, Matt. Hey, Matt, what's up?
Once I get down in the hundreds, you just can't hear it anymore. It's too subsonic. All right, let's see who the most dedicated degree program is. RTIS. Pretty good, pretty good. BSGD. BAGD. Ah, pretty good, there you go. BFA. Bachelor of Science in Engineering and Sound Design. Wow, very good. BAMSD. Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering. For those of you out on the internet, it's our smallest program, so we don't have a whole lot of CE guys there. They're very smart and very good, but there's not that many of them. So, of course, Masters of Science in Computer Science. Yeah! There we go. They may not have many, but they're very loud. MFA. Any MFAs? No? Anyone? Ah, yeah, let's see.
They're doing thesis.
They're working on their thesis. See. And of course, it's a newer program. There are not that many MFA students. They're very good. Technically, I think, well, no, they haven't officially switched over yet. We got a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science.
Woo! Yeah!
So we got some people who are switching to it because it's new. I don't know that it's official yet, but still.
Say it again.
Bachelor of Science in Computer Science.
Woo!
Just a few more minutes. We'll be starting momentarily. Any minute. Could be this minute. Might be the next one. So you can't necessarily see it out there in internet land, but we've got a rather full house here. We're broadcasting here from Plato, and this is one of our what is our largest auditorium. It seats at least 200, and we probably got at least 180 people in here. All right, let's begin. One person's very excited. All right, I'm Benjamin Ellinger. I am the director of the game design degrees here at the DigiPen Institute of Technology, and this is the 2015 Student Game Awards. Now, to be fair, this is just the awards for the Redmond campus. Singapore and Bilbao do their own set of awards. So If you want to go and look on their website, you can see all the stuff they're doing as well, but this is just for Redmond. So how these awards work, I mean, all the students here know what's going on, but just for those of you out there on the internet, these are voted on by the students. So we get all the games in, do the showcase earlier today, have games available for people to be played, trailers for them to see, and then everybody goes and votes in a variety of categories. I madly add up the votes in the afternoon, get them ready for slides that you are about to see for this show, and then we hand out the awards. So of course, there's a lot of good games that get these awards, but if you saw the showcase earlier today, you'll see a lot of games that weren't able to get awards because it's so competitive. There's a lot of great games that you're not going to see on these awards at all levels, freshman, sophomore, junior, masters, seniors, all of these. There's a bunch of great games that you won't see on here, but they're still really good. So make sure that you don't just focus on these. If you check out the ones that are going to go up on the game gallery in the next week or two, and if you saw the earlier show, saw all those great games that were up there, make sure you look at those as well. So, for our first award, we're going to start with the Most Innovative Design Award. So, of course, this is not about, this isn't the best game, it's the most amazing game, it's the most fun game. This is about, does it do something different, something that hasn't been done before? Whether that's in its mechanics, its story, its visuals, whatever it is, what have they done that's different? So, in third place, we have Chronomancers. That's with 12% of the vote. And one of the things you'll notice is a pattern that comes up here is that there's a lot of close vote totals in here. This is really competitive. There's a lot of great games. Even the difference between third and first in a lot of these is just a few votes. In second place, Subject Redacted. With a commanding 13% of the vote. That's usually, if you see a 1% difference, that can be just 1 or 2 votes different. But in first place, actually winning Most Innovative Design is Shadow Tag. Shadow Tag, if you saw it in the showcase, you see what I mean here. It's a great game. It's done by Griffin Dean. Essentially a solo project. I'm sure you might have gotten a little bit of help from somebody somewhere, if at all.
A lot of people.
Well, here, say a few words for us. So the funny thing is, I think Griffin didn't realize that he was going to be likely to win this award. So it really is impressive because Griffin has done this project essentially by himself from building it, though as he says, he's got lots of help from people, especially his mass of playtesters who play it all the time because they can't resist. So great job, Griffin, and we'll see if you win any more awards. All right, the next award is Most Addictive Game. So it's not about innovation, it's really just how much do you love this game? Can you not stop playing it? Hell, even if you hate the game, can you not stop playing it? It's the most addictive game, it's just a thing you can't put down. In third place is Giga Gravity Games. With 10% of the vote. In second place is Chronomancers. If you play Chronomancers, you know why it's there. It is a hell of a lot of fun. In first place, winning Most Addictive Game, Shadow Tag. That's 16%. So it's most innovative and it's most addictive. Wow, it's impressive. I'm not even sure if we've ever done that before. See, this is great because we get to embarrass Griffin again. See, now the crowd wants him to say something, so you gotta say something.
I'm almost out of breath.
So congratulations again, Griffin, and we'll see what else you might want to move. Possible. If any of you have seen these before, you know that I will troll you like mad in this. Don't believe anything. So the next award, most poetic experience. So what we mean by poetic experience may not be clear to some people around the school, or maybe even some freshmen might not be, have heard about this. What we mean by a poetic experience is not something that's a traditional game. It might look a lot like a traditional game in some cases, but really something that's more about interactive poetry, the type of thing that's trying to get at your emotions much more than worrying about being challenging or doing any of the traditional games things do. Often they're narrative-based, sometimes it's just mood-based and the feeling you get in it, sometimes just purely artistic. But these games can often be very interesting, very different, and not even fit in the normal definition of games. But we love these type of games or experiences, and so we always want to hand out awards for them. In third place, Lightmare at 15%. Lightmare is about a girl who gets in a car accident and is essentially, it's not even quite clear, in a dream world, a subconscious world, something like that, and has to fight her way out of a surreal, strange world. It's really quite an interesting game. It was done by some of our seniors, quite a bit of art team and designers, programmers, a lot of the cross-discipline stuff we do at DigiPen, but I highly recommend looking at it. It's a good game. In second place, we have Miraculous. It's 16% of the vote. This is a sophomore game, and it's really interesting. I mean, if you saw it in the showcase, you saw what was going on, what it was like, but as with most poetic experiences, just talking about it doesn't do them justice. They really do need, in most cases, to be played to really feel what they're about, and this is one of them. It's a really cool game. Highly recommend you check it out. But in first place, winning is Girl, I See Right Through You. With 24% of the vote.
Yeah. Just go around.
Yeah. There are some things off camera that we have to make sure they don't. So congratulations, guys. Great job. Want to say a few words?
I think just seeing a game like this won is a really good thing because it means that more are coming. So thank you.
Josh, you want to say anything?
No. I have the mic now. It was great. Props to Harrison. He basically wrote the whole damn thing. I didn't see this one coming. Here you go.
Congratulations, guys. So, Girl, I See Right Through You is about a ghost of a girl who has to go back into the place that she used to live and help people out after she's been gone. It's very poetic. So the next award is for Best Music. And if you saw the showcase earlier today, you can see we used to just have one audio award, but now we've got three, because the BAMSD and the BSESD students that we have here are transforming the nature of audio and music at DigiPen. They're so skilled at this, they do so much on all these different projects, and it really has transformed it. So all these audio categories have gotten ridiculously competitive. When we were going through and looking at the votes, there are games that were being voted on for these categories in like the 12th place, 13th place, and you're going, those could win. Well, no, the others are okay, fine. I mean, it was really hard to choose these if I were going to have to choose them myself. Fortunately, you guys voted on them and saved me the trouble. So in third place for Best Music is Chronomancers at 12%. In second place is Relic. Relic also has a lot of good dialogue in it, too. In first place is Discord. With 15%. So the producer for Discord is having to go the long way around, so it takes me a little bit here. But it's a good exercise program. Of course, Discord is a music-based game, and it's fantastic.
We had nothing to do with the music in the game. It was all Seth Whedon, so thank you, Seth Whedon, who apparently isn't here.
Thanks, Seth.
Seth Whedon does, he does a lot of music for a lot of games here. He's got his hands in a lot of things. He's very good. So, for the next award, still on the audio theme, Best Spoken Dialogue. We say spoken dialogue because if we have written dialogue, that's great, but that's not the audio part, so we have to specify that it's spoken. We've actually seen a huge increase in the amount of voice acting that we're getting in our games here. Partly is because we have a lot of people who are talented at actually doing the voice acting, but also we've got a full recording studio and a lot of people who are good at actually directing the voice acting, writing the dialogue, and actually recording it. So in third place is Shadow Tag with 14%. The dialogue in Shadow Tag, you have to experience it to understand. If you haven't, especially any of you here at the school, you've got to at least play one game of Shadow Tag just to hear the dialogue. It's hilarious. In second place, Aeon. And then in first place for Best Spoken Dialogue, Relic at 22%. So of course, this is Justin Jaycox over here. He's running the slides, which is why he just magically appeared from nearby. But of course, he is one of the sound designers on the Relic team.
So I had the fantastic writing from Robert and Alexandra. Can you guys step into the frame, you two? Come this way.
Don't worry about blocking.
Okay, yeah. So these two wrote a fantastic script. I had the pleasure of recording with them. Is Brenna up here? No, Brenna is the other voice actress that I got to work with, and it's 1,000 lines of dialogue had to be recorded, and no words. Thank you so much for this opportunity, guys. Yeah.
So as you can see, that's a pretty big team. That was a fraction of the team, not the whole team. And so if you saw the showcase earlier, you saw more of the whole team up here. But really, they've got a lot of great stuff in there. The voice acting is excellent, and it really does make a huge difference in the game. Really feels like a professional quality dialogue, not just a few lines here and there. If you go play it, you'll see. So the next award, still in the audio category, is Best Sound Design. Of course, what we mean by this is not just the music, but sound effects, special effects for it, everything that goes into it, ambient sounds, anything related to the actual audioscape of the game, that's part of sound design. In third place, Chronomancers with 13%. In second place, Relic with 14%. So what do we think? Any guesses? Shadow Tag. Is that people are thinking Shadow Tag? First place is Discord. And every single one of the games in these audio categories, of course, very good audio, really well done. But I'm telling you, even the next 10 behind each of those categories, excellent audio, really good stuff. So the Discord team has picked up another one of their members, so now we're up to 3.
Still no Seth? Thank you, Seth.
Thanks, Seth.
Seth. All right, on to the next award. Wait, but you know, I've been counting these. I have. See? First place finishes so far. Shadow Tag's got 2 of them. And Discord has 2 of them. That's pretty good. So, I mean, that seemed like they might win some more. You never know. But so far, they're doing pretty good. So if you keep the score at home, these are the leaders right now for those first place finishes. So the next award category, though, is Best Multiplayer Experience. So, of course, here we don't just mean network, though certainly that would count, but a lot of times there's couch play games. In fact, this year, we've seen a lot of couch play games, a lot of really good ones, too. I don't know what's in the water just for this year, but a lot of people have been making these games. So, which one's the best, according to DigiPen students? Third place is Giga Gravity Games, 11%. In second place, Chronomancers. Anybody want to guess for this one? In first place for Best Multiplayer Experience is Shadow Tag. So Griffin's went around again. He still went back and sat down way away from it. See? He didn't quite understand that he might win a few awards at this thing. See? Either that or he just likes the exercise. See, now I have to think about something to say.
So I want to thank, is it Team Asclepius or Project Asclepius? Devin, Jensen. and also Pierce Bird for letting me camp out in their team space. And also the guys at Drudgery Games, because they've been playtesting Shadow Tag every single day forever. They're really good at it. All the gameplay in the trailer is them destroying each other. So thank you guys, I really appreciate it. There's a lot of other people, but I'll, yeah.
So congrats to Griffin, and it really is, I mean, you can see that even though it's one person making the game directly, I mean, it does take a lot of people. It does take the environment of students that we have here, whether it's just formal playtesting or, as he mentioned, sitting next to these other teams to help give them advice, having new teams nearby that just play it all the time makes a big difference in how good a game can be. So for the next category, oh, that's right, Shadow Tag just won. That puts them ahead 3-2 against Discord. Oh, well, we'll see. All right, next category is Best Artificial Intelligence. And of course, we also mean just behaviors here. I mean, often in games, we're not doing kind of true artificial intelligence, something real thinking machines. We're really just trying to simulate interesting behaviors. And so all of that is included in here under the idea of artificial intelligence. So in third place, we actually have a 3-way tie in third place. So we've got Spacegetball, which is a freshman game that is a sport, really. I mean, it's multiplayer sport where you're actually grabbing balls, running around with physics-based controllers, trying to score points. But they also have AI for it, which actually works quite well, and so that's why they're on here. Breakfast Apocalypse, our a breakfast-themed fighting game. Well, not fighting game, adventure dungeon game kind of thing. And then Dungeon Alpha Tester. That's a master's game. And so there's a bunch of AI for the monsters, and there's lots of other amusing things about it as well. If you saw the showcase earlier, you saw a taste of it. In second place, we have Power at 8%. So actually, Power got one more vote than those previous 3 guys. So whoever did that vote, that's what got you here, see? Every vote counts, it does. And in first place for Best AI, Chronomancers at 31%. I think they were getting a little worried about not getting an award here or something. So What do you guys want to say?
Take it, Brian.
You got this, Brian.
All right, thank you guys so much. It was a lot of fun making this game, and we're glad you guys enjoyed it.
Congratulations, guys. It really is a great game. It looks good. It sounds good. It plays good. I mean, I got the screenshot for the dragon level, which is middly cool. But the one with the lightning owl is even better. But I couldn't find a good screenshot of it, so I didn't do it. So, what do we got next? Best characters. Now, it could be one character. It could be a whole cast of characters. It's really the characters in the game, and not just the visual look of them, though that could be part of it, but really just are these interesting characters. So in third place, girl, I see right through you. That's 17%. In second place, Aeon. The main character in Aeon is Orion. Orion treated as a fallen god from the sky, and with his sidekick, as it were, his hunting partner from the past, Artemis, who follows around as well. And Erebus, the main enemy, is good as well. So really just beautiful. You may not be able to see it as well on the camera if you're out there on the internet, but Orion is a character who is translucent and full of stars, and it's really cool. I highly recommend you at least look at the trailer, but also play the game. In first place for best characters, Relic. It's really not an accident that they won Best Spoken Dialogue too, because of course that dialogue is from the characters. And so that really does go hand in hand, and did an excellent job on it.
Yeah, thank you very much to the team and friends and family and everybody who's been helping us with it. So thank you. And Robert, our amazing writer, and Alex, our amazing writer, for creating the characters.
Well, I'm rather speechless right now, but I see a lot of my friends out here, and you guys all made some awesome games, and thanks for voting for Relic.
And it's been an absolute pleasure to work with this team. Everyone on here is so talented. You guys have done a great job. It's been an honor to work with you. And Robert, the world you created is just fantastic. So great job, guys, and thank you so much.
Congratulations, great job. And so next, best physics. Now what we mean by best physics here is not just, did you use physics well or something like that. We mean, did you write a physics engine from scratch, and how good is it? Now, of course, a lot of DigiPen games still use things like Unity and Unreal, but a huge number of them, the majority of them, are built from scratch. And that does mean they have to build physics as well. But as you'll see with some of these, the physics that they built is kind of crazy. And so the people who do this, the physics programmers, are often just these invisible guys pouring huge amount of work, but it's fantastic. I mean, the level of difficulty of pulling off a high-end physics engine, especially a 3D one, is extreme. If you're out there and have ever tried this, you know what I'm talking about. And so in third place for best physics, Gigagravity Games. The sophomore game, and it has very heavily physics-based gameplay, and so they needed a really good physics engine, very high performance, very reliable to pull off their gameplay. In second place, Trouble in Toy Town. And Trouble in Toy Town is a game, you can't even make this without really good physics. It just won't even work. You've got a lot of characters running around tied together by ropes, swinging around, knocking down blocks in 3D. That's hard stuff. And to pull that off in a custom engine, really impressive. In first place, Chronomancer. And so, of course, while they've got a custom physics in here, their overall technology is just fantastic. It's not quite as apparent as it is in something like Trouble like Toy Town, but it's really well done. Who's the physics program? There we go.
Yeah, I guess. There's no way he's probably watching, but special thanks to Andrew Alvarez, who was the guy who got me started on this like a year or two ago. Thank you.
Congrats. Andrew Alvarez is an RTIS student who, I mean, he's a good physics programmer. He has done a lot of work on custom physics engines, extremely skilled. And as you can see, he was even passing that knowledge on to other students, helping mentoring them. That's one of the ways we can build such complex things like this here. I mean, it's one thing to just try and figure out all on your own, but the people who have come before pass things down, and especially a bunch of you here who are in that state, you got to do the same thing. When the time comes, your juniors and seniors, you got to pass your knowledge on to the freshmen and sophomore. Make sure you do it. So, our next award category is Best Graphics Technology. So, of course, here we don't mean best graphics in the sense of how good does it look, though often that's related to how good your graphics technology is. We mean, again, custom-built graphics engines. That's what we're talking about for this award. In third place, we have Subject Redacted. In second place, Chronomancer. Of course, the graphics technology, I mean, they have the combination. The graphics are really, really good, and the technology is really, really good. In first place for best graphics technology is Discord. I know you missed them. Let's see if they have 4 people this time. So keep adding every time. It looks like it's only 3. I'm disappointed. Now we can just force each of them to keep saying stuff.
Does that have nothing to do with this?
We have more people than this. And, I want to give a special shout out to all of them. They did an amazing work on this. But these are the 2 guys who did all the graphics in this game and made it look as good as they do. Really a big hand out to both of you. Nothing else for me to say. Special shout out to Aaron Johnson as well. He does fabulous work with particle effects and using the graphics technology as well, which obviously is apparent in this.
Go play with Shader Toy. Do it.
Congratulations. All right, so moving on. That's right. Wait, Discord just got their 3rd first place. That means they've caught up to Griffin. So first place finishes, 3 for Shadow Tag, 3 for Discord. All right. There's no award for getting more than the other, but it's just, hey, how many did you get? Breadth, the different places you can get to. So our next award is for Best 2D Visual Design. Now this part isn't about the technology, although good technology is often necessary for it. This is just about how good does it look, in this case in 2D. In third place, we have Miraculous. Miraculous's look is really, really interesting. I mean, I remember they're in the project classes that I help teach, but I can't see every single project every single time. I actually had not seen a lot of stuff that Miraculous had done for a while. Then went into a presentation, they showed it, and it was just, actually me and Ellen Beeman were just going, whoa, what is that? That's amazing, oh my God, you're so, it was actually a quite startling moment just to see. It's like, oh, it looks so good. I do recommend, look at the movie they've got, the trailer they've got for it, and go play it. In second place, OmniArch. We've got a really beautiful stylized look. I love what they do with the backgrounds on this. I love what they do with the characters, the stylization, the simplicity of them. I love 2D art like this. The 3D stuff, it's cool, I guess, but it's really just a fad. We're not going to see that in the next couple of years. And 2D is where it's at. But really, wonderful art. I love this stuff. And first place for 2D visual design, Dreams. For those of you who didn't see the student showcase and are out there on internet land going, wait a minute, what? Yes, that is a herd of unicorns. Come on in.
Hello. I am not an artist on this team. The artists are right here, these four: Liz Polanco, Kim Lamb, Nadia, and Stephanie Barros, who is unfortunately not here. But thank you all very, very much. This is our senior game, last one, sequel to our first freshman game. Very exciting to have us win another award, so thank you all very much.
So, Book of Dreams is really, it's impressive. It is fantastic. I love this game. This is just one of the specials. This is a bunch of kids who go out and attempt to recover the Book of Dreams that the goddess Nyx has torn apart. And this is one of the specials, which is a herd of unicorns which trample any of your enemies. There's lots of other good ones. Really, really excellent game. And you'll note, even with Book of Dreams, couldn't even get in the top 3 of best characters. That's how competitive these are. There's just so many good ones. So, in the next category, we have Best 3D Visual Design. Surprise. So now we're moving on to 3D. Now actually I do love 3D stuff as well. I do have a soft spot in my heart for 2D, but there's a lot of great 3D stuff that students have been doing here. So in third place for 3D design, Relic. And so, of course, Relic looks really good overall. I mean, there's lots of great stuff. But, I mean, the thing you're not seeing here is the number of environments they have, the amount of lighting that they're doing. I mean, there's a whole cinematic that leads into it at the beginning. There's a huge amount of animation. This is a game where you swing around, dynamically all over the place. It's the primary game mechanic, the primary mode of movement. And there's a lot of animation that goes into that, including things like ledge grabs, lots of other ones. That is quite difficult to do. The artist did a fantastic job on this. In second place, AI. And there's lots of great art in here in the desolate, large world that the character actually roams around in here. So there's lots of great art in the environment and other places for it. But, man, the thing that just puts it over the top is Orion, the main character. Just having this character conceptually, even when it was first mentioned for this, it sounded good. The concept art looked beautiful, but there was always this thing of like, are you really going to make that look good in real time, dynamically? Yes, they did. It's fantastic. In first place, Chronomancer. So here, of course, it's similar in that this just doesn't do it justice. There's so much more art, so many different environments, so many characters, so much animation. Really just a ton of work by the artist. It's fantastic.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Patrick, for coming on this semester and really helping out, helping to really fill out the world and make it beautiful. And thanks just to the entire team for being so pivotal for my experience this year and really creating a fantastic game that it was really just an honor to help build it and make it something to look at. So thanks, guys.
Congratulations. So, for our next category, wait, that's the third. They caught up to Shadow Tag and Discord. They're sneaky. Wasn't even paying attention. So we now actually have a 3-way tie for the number of first place finishes. We got 3 for Shadow Tag, 3 for Discord, and 3 for Chronomancer. This makes us all mysterious. I don't know who's going to do even better. Well, the next award category is Best Technology. So here we just mean technology, period. Sure, physics and graphics come into that, but we mean just the overall technology for the game. How good is the custom-built engine? Of course, the pre-built engines have excellent technology, but that's not what we're counting here. Just the ones built from scratch. In third place, Discord. So, 3 In second place, Subject Redacted. There's even a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that you don't often see up here even when you're playing the game. The editors, the tools, the art pipeline. There's a lot of technology that goes into these custom-built engines. Very difficult to build. You don't even see it when you play the game, but it's a big part of why the games are as good as they are. In first place, for best technology, Chronomancers. So congratulations. Yes, I was saying we got to. Okay, we have yeah, Joe. Yeah, we'll turn to Joe.
This really goes out to our tech team with Jake and Garrett and all of our developers. Really, just have done a phenomenal job with our editor. It's just been a pleasure to work with. Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. All right, so our next category, well, oh, of course, they just won 2 in a row? They're actually in the lead. It's 4 for Chronomancer, 3 for Discord, 3 for Shadow Tap. Very impressive. All right, our next category, Best Freshman Game. So we're out of the general awards and now into the ones specific per year. So best freshman game, third place is Spacegetball. Now Spacegetball is very deserving of getting in the top 3. They did a great job. It's fantastic. But man, there's, like I said with the other ones, I'll say with all of these, there's a lot of guys who couldn't even get into the top 3. And it doesn't matter. I mean, they're still really, really good. The freshman year has been very impressive. We've seen a lot of great games come out of it. And all of the freshmen really did a great job with it. In second place, Color Ninjas. And in first place, what could it be? Super Conjure. 25% of the vote, too, which is hard to get.
Well, thank you, everyone. I'd just like to say that working with this team as a freshman was a really good experience, and I'm really fortunate to have the team we did, so thank you. Anyone else?
I just want to thank everybody who played our game here. Like, the response was amazing, and the only reason this game is like way better than it deserves to be is because so many people put so much time. Like, not up here. Like, we put a ton of time into it, but the number of people in Edison who weekly stopped by and played this game and just sat down and like burned hours talking to us about what would make it good. Like, we put that in the game, and that's why it's good. So thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Congratulations, guys. I have not actually had the chance to play this one, but I really want to. Now, for Best Sophomore. So, of course, the sophomore teams, we got a ton of them, and I can just repeat myself over and over, but there's a bunch of these that can't get in the top 3 that are still fantastic. But at third place is Miraculous. In second place, Giga Gravity Games, with precisely 1 more vote than Miraculous had. And in first place, the winner of Best Sophomore Game, Girl, I See Right Through You. That's a really good job, guys, and I'm really happy to see a Poetic Experience win this, because I love these.
I don't agree, but thank you. Do either of you guys want to? I mean, this is great. Wow. Wow, guys. Awesome. Thank you so much. This is awesome. I don't know who let this happen or why, but great. Thank you.
It was an honor working with these guys. Thank you so much for voting.
Congratulations. So, of course, there's no mystery. What's next is Best Junior Game. This is an insanely competitive category. So in third place, Subject Redacted. Subject Redacted's got a lot of good stuff in it. This is an Oculus Rift game where you actually have two players, one with the Rift on, one that's sitting at the computer, and they have to cooperate. It's actually, it's another one of these games where it's a little hard to describe how it really feels unless you're actually playing it. It's a little tricky because you have to have the Oculus Rift. So not one you're going to easily be able to play, unfortunately. But if you really do want to play it, come over to DigiPen, and I'm sure the guys will set you up and let you play it. In second place, Aeon. If I'm remembering correctly, I think it was 2 votes more than actually Subject Redacted. Not just 1, but still 2. And in first place for Best Junior Game, Chronomancers. So of course, fortunately, it's a large team, so we still have more people who we can get to talk. So it's just who do we need to do this, right? It's like, come on. Who hasn't talked yet?
Creative director.
Who needs some?
I didn't really help make the game because I made the engine. I had worked mainly on the engine, but it was really fun. I mean, junior project is normally like your biggest project for a lot of teams, so it was a really cool experience working on such a big team. Thank you very much for voting for us.
Congratulations. Well, so, of course, that's a lot of first place finishes. So now Chronomancers has 5. Kind of opened up a bit of a lead there between Discord and Shadow Tag. Well, but Shadow Tag and Discord are senior games. And they're the ones coming up next, so maybe one of them will get something. Best Senior Game. In third place, Book of Dreams. Another excuse to show more unicorns. In second place, Relic. And in first place for Best Senior Game, Shadow Tag. This is actually an old screenshot from earlier in this game because I had to get them really quick and I couldn't find the number 1.
I need to thank Riley for giving me that metric system. That was the butt last time, is because I need to thank Riley because he gave me a metric system that he wrote specifically for Zero, and that allowed me to do extensive data tracking on all the play testing I did, and allowed me to, it informed a lot of the decisions that I made. So Shadow Tag wouldn't be Shadow Tag without Riley. So, thank you, Riley.
Congratulations. So, of course, that means that now Shadow Tag is only 1 behind Chronomancers. But of course, there's no way for them to catch up unless he won the overall prize. If he wins the grand prize, he'll catch up. So, next award is for Best Masters Game. Third place, Meowjic. In second place, Dungeon Alpha Tester. And in first place for Best Masters Game, Cardboard Kingdom. Cardboard Kingdom really is cool. I mean, if you saw the showcase earlier, you saw what it's about. But having this whimsical world, chasing down to recover the stolen chalk, having to come up against various creatures that you fight, and when you take them out, they turn into chalk drawings on the floor. I mean, it's really cool.
Just like to say a special shout out to all the creative team, because this game looked nothing like this at the end of first semester, and they put in a ton of work. So Sharon, Lillian, Harriet, and Danny, our artists. We have Corey and Gray, our sound designers. Gray did the duck noises, by the way. If you need a good duck, go to Gray. And CJ, our designer, and yeah, and the rest of the team as well. But we couldn't have done it without the creatives.
Great job. So now that we've gone through all the class ranks, we're getting closer to the end now, but we're going to give out some other awards. So the first one we want to give out is the Wingman Award. So the Wingman Award is the one we give out for the most second place finishes without a first place finish. Now this award is new for this year, and there's a reason it's called the Wingman Award. And that reason is standing behind me. So this is Kevin Sheehan. He is one of the creative forces behind Wingman, which is a game from last year that is very good. It's very fun to play. It's fantastic. And in fact, the students at DigiPen agreed. And so they voted for it in droves, giving it second place finish after second place finish after second place finish after second place finish. So it seemed a little bit of a shame to just, no award? Really? When you get all those second places? So we did it one better, and we actually named the award after the game. So Kevin is here to actually hand out the award to its winner.
Thanks, Ben. In my defense, Wingman was a one-semester game. All right, so I texted Ben this morning and said, should I get ready for this? And he didn't text me back, so here we are. It's a good thing I showed up, isn't it, Ben? All right, so for the Wingman Award for the most second place finishes without actually ever going the full mile, in third place, or are we doing third place?
No, there's no third place.
No third place.
It's a single award.
All right, well, here's who won. Hang on, what's up? I'm so kind of sorry.
Thank you.
Thanks a bunch, Kevin, for coming by to start off this award. Happy to have you back anytime. Come back, complete your degree. You got a job, see? That's what happens sometimes when they're that good. All right. So that's one of our awards. We'll be giving that out every year unless perhaps we get some strange situation where there's just no one who had that kind of second place finishes. But we'll be giving it out every year just to make sure if somebody comes close back, they can get an award as well. So the next award is the MJ Quigley Award for exceptional contributions to game projects. This is named after MJ Quigley, who is the one who we felt just we had to give an award because he contributed to so many different projects. And so now we give this out every year in the same spirit. Anyone who has really done, just gone above and beyond what you would normally get. So to talk about and present this award is Rachel Rutherford.
This is probably the most difficult award to give because if you actually had the kind of X-ray perception that could see how many people at DigiPen help other people at DigiPen, it's the fabric of our school. I mean, there's just no way to accurately perceive how much this is going on. I think it's absolutely responsible for the quality of our games and our education. However, this year, for the first time, we have a three-way tie for the MJ Quigley Award. And I will say that because this is given for contributions to multiple games, the sound design department has a built-in advantage. Because that's their job, is to work on multiple games. So actually, this year, we've given nicknames to each of the winners, and the first one I would like to introduce is Michael Pitaniello. And you're going to have to stand here while I say lovely things about you. Michael Pitaniello, his nickname from our point of view is the Bulldog. He is in the BS ESD, so he's in the programming track of the sound degree, which means he's basically an RTIS student, except instead of scary graphics, he's taking truly horrific, almost private lesson audio physics from Mormon. I mean, it's a heavy-duty programming track. Nonetheless, Michael was on 5 game teams as a sound designer. When one of his game teams split in the last few weeks, he did an entire new design for this team that had split off. And usually sound designers are just so actually strapped for time they cannot come to all their team events. He came to every team event. If you had a team meeting, if you had a milestone presentation, if you had a team-on-one, Michael was there. He was just dug in, an absolutely equal member of the team. And for your contributions to all your games, exemplary contributions, we are pleased to offer you the MJ Quigley Award.
Well. I want to turn this around really quickly and actually say thank you to the 5 teams involved. One of the downsides of actually being on multiple teams is you can't always keep up with some things. And the 5 teams in particular were extremely forgiving sometimes when things were perhaps a day or 2 or late. They did get finished, and I want to say thank you extremely again. I'm glad I had this opportunity, and I'm going to go home and sleep for a while. Thank you.
And Ben would never forgive me if I didn't mention that Michael actually did the sound design for the Spider game. Is it Eyes in the Dark? Yeah. That's kind of one of his claims to fame. Number 2 for the MJ Quigley Award is Gray Davenport. And our nickname for Gray is the Lightning. Gray is fast. If you need music or sound design from Gray, he has it for you the next day. If he's really busy, it's 2 days. He's just always caught up. And when he has time, he iterates and evolves and gives you a new version in another day. He also brings a surprising and astounding gift for game design to all his teams. He comes up with some of the best pan-discipline solutions for the stuff. But because he is fast, he tends to pick up teams that need just a little bit here or there, or they come in at the last minute. So he ended up doing sound design for 6 games, plus several freshman games, plus several GAT games, plus a GAT 499 game. He's just unbelievable in speed, professionalism, and true game developer integrity and wholeness. So congratulations, it's our honor to honor you with the MJ Quigley Award.
I want to thank all my game teams that I worked on, because without you guys making the cool games to work on, I wouldn't be here. So thank you.
So we've met the Bulldog, we've met the Lightning, and now let's meet the Friend. The final winner of this year's MJ Quigley Award for exceptional contribution to multiple game teams is Justin Jaycox. So sound design is a scary field. It's evolving rapidly. We're inventing lots of it rapidly. It's kind of scary to admit you don't know stuff. And Justin is one of the most approachable people. You can be really experienced, you can be really ignorant, and it doesn't matter. If you come ask him for help, he gives you help, or he sends you to who should give you help. And what's really remarkable is that he not only does this with game teams and faculty and staff, but he specifically also does it with other sound designers. It's your first time doing a game? No problem. It's your 16th time doing a game? No problem. He has good depth in composition, in choral work, in esports background, in orchestration and arranging. Although I think Evan Alderete kind of has an edge on that one, just have to say. I mean, yeah. But he has enough diversity across the disciplines to be helpful. And helping all the other sound designers really is a powerful and leveraging contribution to the school. He's also responsible for us being able to live stream this event today. So for all his contributions, we're very glad to honor Justin Jacobs.
I want to thank all of the students that allow me to interact with you. And I know, like, you see my Facebook and say, uh-oh, Justin's mad, but I still help you guys because I love you guys. And I've really thrived here. Everyone that's approached me is the most friendly person that I've ever met. And I'm really happy for my sound design program. And I really want this school to be known for their sound design as well. And if you guys have problems, come ask me next semester. I'm not available in the summer.
Thank you, Rachel Rutherford. That's an excellent just way to put the MJ Quigley Award. I mean, it really is about service to other students. You can see with these guys up here how much it matters to them. But so we also have another award, a new one, which is the Community Service Award. And so we want to give this one every year, but of course, if we're going to give it every year, we got to have teams that do something worthy of this award. And so this year, we've got one. If you saw the showcase, you know what team I'm talking about. I'm going to let the team talk about it themselves because they can do a much better job than I can. But the first inaugural Community Service Award for DigiPen is for Lord of the Bats. Really great job, guys. I really appreciate you going out and making this happen because it's not something that's just going to happen because some instructor says something. You guys really did it.
All right, thank you so much. For everyone watching, for those who don't know, Lord of the Bats is a game we made in conjunction with Make-A-Wish to help grant a child's wish to make a video game from the ground up. So it's been really awesome working on this project, and we're going to be shipping the game to them next week. And my hope is that when I watch the award stream next year, there's multiple games in this category, and it's super competitive. So thank you so much.
Thanks a bunch, guys. We really do appreciate it. And of course, there's other people who appreciate it even more. So at this point, we're down to just one more category. The Claude Kamara Grand Prize for Game of the Year. So now remember, on this one, third place, second place, and first place, you all get up and come up here. We get to embarrass you all. So, in third place is Shadow Tag. Now you'll note, that's only 9% of the vote. This category was insane. I mean, the competitive nature of it, I mean, there are just so many good games this year. And so Griffin, fantastic job. I mean, all the other awards you won, plus this one, I mean, third best game at DigiPen for an entire year.
Here.
Very well deserved. So congratulations, and really, this is, of course, you know, we have the third place, first place, second place, and first place, and these are fantastic games, and it's a big honor to win the awards. But still, remember the trail of games behind this. There are so many good ones. The difference between the top games and even games well behind this is not that much. There's so many good games here. Such a competitive category, and it's really just been a lot of fun to see what's happened this year and how good these games have come out. Congratulations, Griffin. Thank you. Good son. So for second place, Relic. Of course, now I'm realizing that the wisdom of having everyone stay up here may not be as good as. So congratulations, guys. You see just 1% difference between the two. This is an insanely competitive category, but really just a fantastic job. I know the amount of work you guys have put in. You've just been undaunted by it all. You perhaps were more overscoped than we would want, but you pulled it off. And so it's really impressive. Just the sheer amount of stuff you have put in, the quality with which you have done it all across the board, programming, art, design, all of it, really impressive. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I want to say thank you to our art team for this one. They were one of the group that we kept being like, are you guys sure? And they're like, no, we can do it. So, and same with the design team. It's like, you want to do 6 levels? Okay. And then they pulled it off. But I want to say a special thank you to Jeff Hammond, the associate producer. There were sections where I couldn't be in there, and he really stepped up, and he was one of the driving forces behind the team. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, guys. So let's see, how are we going to arrange this? You move a little bit, don't go too far, because we're going to want to get shots with everybody in. But then we'll get there. So, yeah, a little bit more, because we want to make sure they can see the screenshot. Yeah, just come on over.
Oh, that works.
There you go, perfect. Now we got it. So, the winner of the 2015 Claude Comer Grand Prize, voted by the students of DigiPen, is Chronomancer. Now really, it probably was inevitable. I mean, it's wizards who can manipulate time. How are you going to beat that? Fantastic job, guys. Who are we throwing this to now?
Thank you everyone for voting. It's been a phenomenal honor to work with these guys. Every single one of them is absolutely talented at what they do, and it's been amazing to work with them all year. Thank you.
So fantastic job, guys. Congratulations. And I also want, there's even some off camera that you guys on the internet can't even see. But this is the 3 teams at the top for this year. And notice how different they are. We've got giant teams. We've got Griffin as the one-man team. Mixes of artists, designers, programmers, sound designers. This is a lot of what DigiPen is about. But as all of these guys know, they would not be up here if it weren't for the rest of you. It's a huge part of what makes DigiPen work, the culture of the students here, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. Congratulations. So that concludes the 2015 DigiPen Awards. Thanks for watching. Make sure you play these games when you get the chance. Look at the movies on them. And just thanks again to everyone up here, everyone watching, everyone at DigiPen. Thanks so much. It's been a fantastic year. I'm just always so impressed by what you have done.